Look how loose this thing is. Wobbly doo, wobbly doo. Wiggle it just a little bit. Whoa. Is that dirty or clean? Okay. I don't have CJ here to do everything for me. So I gotta do it myself. All right, welcome back. Today, we're finally working on the Lexus. So what we're gonna do today is replace both lower control arms, upper control arms, and I think I ordered the sway bar links. So we're gonna do, hopefully we're gonna do all of that, or at least we're gonna do what I know is bad. So get ready. So I've had this car for several years, and I don't ever post any videos on it because it's been super reliable, but recently I started driving it long distances, and I noticed when I hit the brakes that I get that wobble like in the 4Runner. So what I've determined is I've got both upper ball joints are loose, and then I think the lower ball joint is loose on the passenger side, and I believe both of the rear control arm bushings are pretty much worn out. So the car's, 22 years old, 2003 IS300, and we just broke 150,000 miles on it. So it doesn't have a whole lot of miles, but the car has seen some age. First thing I want to do is take the wheels off. Where are we at? I really wish I had CJ here to do the video stuff, but this is what I got. All right, let's get our parts. All right, what do we have here? So the red and black boxes, back up. So I normally order Moog. I like Moog. It works well. I have really good luck with them, but they didn't have everything. Moog didn't have everything I wanted for some reason. When you go on the Moog did I say that right? When you go on the Moog website, they have Moog and they have Beck Arnley. So I guess somebody bought somebody. Forgot this one. Damn, I already ruined it. Okay, so I got as much Moog as I could, and then I ordered Mevotech. I haven't had good luck with Mevotech, but I guess we'll see. I went on Fig's website, which Figs is a big Lexus Toyota aftermarket manufacturer, and they sell Mevotech. So if they sell it, it might be decent. All right, so what do we have? Sway bar end links. Should be the same for both sides. This is probably what it says on the picture. And this is the forward lower control arm. I'm not sure which side this is. Same thing, forward lower control arm, other side. It also has a part number on the package. BC 1030. And these should be the rearward, which are Moog. So they're the snaky looking ones. I don't know which side's which. We'll figure that out, I guess. I assume same thing, just the box is not the same color. Also has a different part number right there. But squiggly control arm. And these I'm guessing. So the uppers come with ball joints on them. These should be the lowers. Okay, other side. And I'm not checking these part numbers. I'm just holding them up for the camera. Bag has a different part number. Ball joints pre-installed. That's what we like. So what do we have? Do I have to check and see which one's which? Or I guess I have to match them up. All right. What do we want to do first? Let's take a quick GoPro break and let me get a light. Okay, so I want you to see this. See how I can move this? And you hear that? Like, this should not move. So the uppers are 100%. It does this on both sides. So definitely both of these are getting replaced. That means, I wonder if I have to take the strut out for that. So what do we got to take apart? This is getting replaced. This is your lower rearward. This is getting replaced. This is your lower forward control arm. You know what? I'm going to kick myself in the butt, and I bet I should have gotten struts for this thing. and then our sway bar links. These guys are getting replaced. Okay, so what do I need to remove? And what should we do first? Should we just do all of it at one time or individually or what? It looks like, all right, so the lower ball joint, right, is attached to the control arm and it bolts to the knuckle, okay? Now, most likely you want to separate your ball joints before you take the control arms off the car. That should be the easiest. So I guess what I'll do is I'll try and separate this ball joint first, the lower, just get it loose, okay? And then we'll separate the upper from the knuckle, and then I'll take caliper off, zip tie it up somewhere, sway bar end links off, and then I'll take the whole knuckle off, right? Which I'll leave the rotor and stuff. I guess it's not really attached, but I'll take the whole knuckle off, set it aside, and then I'll start working on control arms. So take the knuckle, if you're gonna do everything, right? Separate your ball joints, take the knuckle off, and then do the things that you need to do. I don't actually have to take this off because I'm replacing the control arm. But yeah, I don't actually have to do this because this whole thing's getting replaced. Okay, so first things first, let's figure out we're doing the brake caliper, we're doing ball joints. I kind of want to do the upper because it's like right here in front of me. So it won't matter whether I do the upper or the lower first. All right, let's loosen this guy. Looks like 17 mil. Where's my batteries? Damn it. I guess we're sharing batteries. That was pretty loose. Okay, let's do our tap, tap, taparoonie. Boom, see that? And we just want to separate it right now. So now we'll go up and separate the bottom. All right, so what we got here? That looks like 19 mil. Cotter pin, and it is a 19. If you don't take your ball joint off first, you might have a hard time getting it off because the ball joint just unbolts from the knuckle. Oh, and your tie rod end. You gotta take both these off. Okay, well, while we're here, let's do them both at the same time. Really hope you're not seeing just shoulder here. But that has to come out, off, and then out. Now, the problem is, since I didn't take the caliper off, I gotta use a wrench to get that nut off. Should have taken caliper off first. I'm betting it's 17, and I'm correct. I didn't test the tie rod ends right now, but I did test them before, and I'm pretty sure they're good. But what you do is you try and turn the wheel back and forth like this and see if there's any movement. I'm almost positive, CJ, that we tested them in the other video. You see that movement in the ball joint? See that? See how it's separating the bottom from the ball joint? See that movement? It's not supposed to do that. Don't look at this side. 0. This bushing, we got lots of movement. This one, same thing. Lots of movement. Not supposed to move that much. This, 0. That's what it's supposed to be like. This one, 0. What else? Up control arm. That seems excessive. Right? This, same thing. Upper ball joint's out too. It's all very minor, right? But all that compounds together. So either it wasn't put together right, or they're all loose. Same thing. But see, it's the top moving and not the bottom, so I think it's a bad ball joint. This one right here, loose. The car has 150,000 miles on it. Loose. I think they should be tighter than that. So I need everything, pretty much, except for maybe tie rod ends. All right, so tie rod end, not budging. It budged. Hopefully you got it on video. This ball joint, this is probably gonna be really hard to see. This tripod is wampadilly. I'm whacking it pretty freaking hard, so it's not budging. Oh, you know what? I don't actually have to take this off because I'm replacing the control arm. Yeah, okay. So while we're here, let's do our calipers. Looks like 17 mil. I'll have to turn the wheel to access them. But yeah, I don't actually have to do this because this whole thing's getting replaced. I guess that means I'm giving up because I don't have to do it. If you had to, right, you could, I know if you keep banging on it, it'll come out, or use an air hammer, All right, so I can probably do this control arm and this control arm both at the same time. I just need to remove this hootis right here, connect it to nothing to get to this bolt. Are those alignment bolts? Oh no, of course they are. I'm totally gonna mess up the alignment on this thing, and I'm driving tomorrow. It's time for a GoPro break. Okay, this video is changing. Since I have run out of time, I need to cut my losses, but I think I can do this upper control arm relatively easy. Just take 2 bolts out. I've already disengaged the ball joint. So take the 2 bolts out and then I can replace it. Yeah, so we'll see. I've lifted this up higher than I would normally work on it. Normally I work on it right here, but since the light, I can't really adjust the height of it. To get you guys a better view, I've raised it up a little bit. Okay, where's my tools I had that I was literally just using? Is that it on the ground? Oh my God. All right, so these bolts are 14 mil and there's no nuts on the outside, so I should be able to do everything right here. It is easier if you take the strut out, then you could use power tools, but we're not trying to do that right now. Oh, and it would be even better if I would loosen it instead of tighten it. Okay. Right. What would really be handy right now is a ratcheting wrench. And we're going the wrong way again. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Dummy. Okay. Ratcheting wrench, where are you? Okay. What's your problem? Battery, you think? I bet you it's the battery. Let me go get a GoPro battery. I don't think we need sound for this right now. Ow! The hell? This one seems rather loose. I feel like these could come out now. How much movement are we gonna have with this? Okay. Okay. All right, let me change that GoPro battery. Okay, all the bolts are out. I'm ready to take this controller off and see what happens. That's what happens. Okay, so it has a big R for right. Look how loose this thing is. Wobbly-doo, wobbly-doo. This one looks like it matches up. I don't see no big fat R on it, but it looks like it's the same. We're going with it, because the other one, look how stiff that is. The other one's definitely offset the other way. All right, so now we have to try and line this back up in the hole. Okay, where'd my bolts go? They fell down. So this is the hard part. Okay, I think we're close. At least close enough. Oh yeah. Just wiggle it a little bit till we get it started. Perfect. Grab the other one. Okay, and then push it, wiggle it. Oh yeah, there you go. Wiggle it just a little bit so you can tighten it. All right. All right, get that to the magic torque spec. Now the only problem with what I'm doing right now is you should really tighten this at right height. How is there any grease in this thing? There's no grease cert. The new ball joint is a 19 mil. Make sure that this is not moving. I mean, I put a cotter pin in there. It's so damn high, it's not gonna matter. So we want to put this at right height or close to it before we tighten those bolts. Of course, I should probably show you how to do this without a lift, because 9 times out of 10, whoever's watching this is not gonna have a lift. It's gonna be really hard, but we gotta put these wheels on. And I'm not 100% sure I can even reach the bolts when I get it down. But it's kind of important, otherwise you're gonna wear out your bushings prematurely, because they won't rotate when the control arm goes up and down. Was there even a cotter pin in that bag? Yes, damn near useless. I guess I can go up with it. So I can go up and get in the groove. and then it's kind of in the groove right here on that side. All right, let's lower this thing down. Okay, now it's fully on its own weight. Can we get in there and tighten those bolts? I want you to see how high up that control arm is and how far down we had it before. I'm really doing this blind. I don't think we're gonna, two problems here. One, get my hand in there. Two, getting the camera in there so you can see my hand not be able to get in there. Okay, well, at least we can maybe get a shot of the bolts somehow. Okay, so this is doable. I'm tightening it basically by feel. Uh-oh. And I'm trying to hold the camera at the same time. Slowly, I got it. Don't. Oh, if your car's lowered, forget it. Because you're not sticking your arm up in there like this. I can barely get mine in there. I guess you could put it on jack stands, maybe, so the tire be out of the way. That's a possibility. Then we can get to this other one. What you could do, so a couple different options, right? You could put this on wood blocks and do it, and get the weight of the car. You could tighten the control arm at this height and not put on the ball joint until after. So the control arm is probably sticking up a little bit. It's not really parallel with the ground. It's a little above, maybe a few degrees. Maybe we'll try that on the other side. And then once you get your control arm in place, tighten her up, and then you can pull the control arm down and put it on your knuckle in the ball joint. We are pretty tight. Hopefully we got something out of that. If not, I'll try and watch this footage and then do the other side better. Oh, okay, so that's gonna wrap it up for tonight. Obviously, we still have a lot of work to do. Lower control arms, lower ball joint on this side, and then the whole other side. So I was tempted to do the other side tonight, the other upper, but I think that if I do, I'm not gonna do it to where you guys are gonna get good images. So, and I wanna try the other method. And if I do it now, it's gonna take me another hour, and I really need to sleep, because I have to be up at 4, and it's almost midnight. All right, welcome back. All right, so today I'm gonna show you the other way on how to change an upper control arm on a Lexus IS300 or pretty much any car that has this type of design. So the other time I showed you, take it all apart and then put it back together with the upper bolts loose and then put it up on its weight and then tighten the bolts. This way we're going to mark where the control arm is, like in relation to the ground. So if it's like sticking up this way, we're gonna put it back the exact same way how it's oriented and tighten it and then put it back together. So we're not having to get in there with special wrists and wrenches and whatever else trying to contort yourself to make it tight. We're just gonna angle it, tighten it, and then pull it down, connect everything, and then it should be good to go. So here we go. CJ, go ahead and take the tire off on that side. Didn't I just put a chair there?
I don't think so.
I did. Not, but I thought about it. So use the chair, sit in it.
Okay.
And put your lug nuts and everything underneath it so you don't lose anything. Okay, CJ, so you're gonna hand me all the tools. Give me the pair of pliers.
Okay.
Unless I can get this with my hands. Got it. Okay, now I'm gonna need the zip zap with 17 mil, and then I'm gonna need a 14 mil ratcheting wrench. Did we mark where this was?
We haven't yet.
We're supposed to do it when it's on the ground. So this was actually up here. I'll put it that way.
Okay, so you said the zip zap and what?
14 mil ratcheting wrench. The zip zap with 17 on it. Okay. This setup is not working, CJ. It's too long. The whole assembly is too long. We'll help if I go the correct way. Give me a hammer.
Okay.
Okay, so we can see that right now it's parallel to the deck. So we can either go here or we can go up a little bit where it was. Get the new part ready. Is there a wrench?
Okay.
This will work. I just need leverage. Okay, so see how this is up like this?
Yeah.
So these bushings are still good, and we're gonna put the new control arm just like this. Okay. See if you can reach in there and undo that while I do this one. I can't even really get mine. Okay. Got the new one ready?
Yep.
Okay, so both these bolts are the same length, yes? Two of them, same? Yep. See how loose this is? Loosey-goosey. This is why why it shakes when I brake. You see this one, this new one? Like there's no movement. Not easily moved. Okay. So put this right back in the old spot. This is way easier if you had the strut off, but it can be done with the strut on. And as you'll see, we'll get it done before CJ has to go to work. If I can get a bolt inside of a hole. My wrist hasn't fully healed, so I'm still struggling a lot. Okay, I got it in. Hopefully you got that shot.
Yep.
That was some amazing tightening. Okay, 14 mil ratcheting right here where I left it. Okay, so we're gonna hold this kind of where it was.
You want me to hold it up?
Nope, parallel with the deck or a little above. And you want to get it pretty tight. I'm sure there's a torque spec. Good luck getting a torque wrench on there. Another thing I would suggest, especially if you live in a colder climate, is putting thread locker on here. I don't think I need it.
How come for a colder climate?
Rust.
Oh.
It prevents rust from getting in between there. Okay, so now it's in at the correct height. I'll put this guy magically in there. So I'll probably need your help with the nut. Sometimes you have to angle it a little bit. So we're gonna angle it out. Okay, get that nut on there. Okay, what size is that, 3/4? Go get me the proper tool for this. And these are supposedly pre-greased and there's no grease fittings, so kind of screwed on that unless I get a needle and poke a hole in the rubber. And I know there's a torque on this, but what I try to do is line this up. I get it kind of tight and then I'll go to the next one. Or the next one. Yep, that's right, cotter pin. Okay. And then, so stick this guy in there. You can either do it the long sides up or down, but that's all you need to keep that nut from coming out. And then CJ is gonna put the wheel on and we're done. You just need an alignment after this. Woo!
Should I put all of them on a little bit first or tighten this up a bit?
Tighten that up a bit. Not too tight, but enough to get it centered. You want to get at least 3 full turns on it. All the way. Second one, you can go all the way. I always like to put all the lug nuts on first and then tighten it with zip zap. Do it a lot.
Okay.
All right, outro.
All right, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the comments.
Do, 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 do.